Support the great work of the Strike 7 Sports Saints discussion section by purchasing licensed NFL fan gear. Items range from Saints hats, jerseys, t-shirts, socks, and so much more. We would greatly appreciate it if you would purchase these items from the text link listed below. The revenue generated from today's offer goes into the funding of the Strike 7 Sports platform. Click on the link strike7sports.com/Saints Fanatics. You will be taken over to Fanatics website. Thank you. Derek Brazier, same discussion on Strike 7 Sports. And today I just want to really quickly recap what went down the 2022 NFL Draft for the New Orleans Saints. First, we got the first round, Saints move up with a trade of picks with the Washington Commanders to move from the 16th spot to 11th spot. They kept the 19th pick. They gave away, I think it was the third and fourth round selections of this year's draft. I'm not sure if there's some compensation as well for next year's, but definitely third and fourth round selections of this year's draft for the Washington Commanders to get to that 11th spot. And he went ahead and drafted Chris Olave out of Ohio State University. And it's the second pick, the 19 overall pick, they didn't even have to move up to get Trevor Penning. There was some talk that maybe Penning wouldn't have fought on that far, but apparently he did. And the Saints have their wide receiver and their offensive tackle, like everybody wanted them to get in the first place. So there you have it, Chris Olave out of Ohio State and Trevor Penning. Now I was gonna cover this pick right, this second round pick, Allante Taylor out of Tennessee, on the second night of the draft, but I was just getting a little tired. And I was going to do it yesterday, but I was just a little tired as well. Everything else going on with covering the NBA and boxing and everything else going on with other content. So I decided to put it off today and just, sum it all up. Allante Taylor out of Tennessee was kind of a surprise pick by a lot of people. They thought Saints would have gone with a safety right here, possibly taking Nick Cross or one of the other top talents at the position, but they got Taylor as a safety, but in reality he's a cornerback. So I got a few scout reports that I printed out, and these are not written by me. These come from the Athletics draft analyst Dan Brugler. So I'm gonna read some of the scout report I have on Allante Taylor real quick. A 4-year starter at Tennessee, Taylor was an outside cornerback and a defensive coordinated 10 balance scheme. An offensive focused athlete at high school, he moved to cornerback to full time in Knoxville, where his development was more sluggish than rapid, and his tape feels like he is transitioning. Taylor is an impressive size, speed athlete with aggressive playing demeanor required for NFL work. However, his discipline and recognition skills remain a work in progress, and he struggled to clearly sink or flip his hips with his high cut body type. Overall, Taylor was primarily an outside corner for the Volunteers, but he has versatility across the secondary, and a move to safety might be his best option of his range and physical demeanor. He will see a heavy dose of special teams in the NFL and might be a team's best option at gunner. So, according to Brugler, he had Taylor as a 4th round grade and a special teams guy. However, apparently, the Saints, they're going to do what they want to do. And Dennis Allen saw this guy as another asset to this team and decided to go with him in the second round. Now, many people, a little upset with it, the pick, didn't understand why the Saints take this guy, when you have not CD dudes. You got Paulson Debo you picked up last year in the 3rd round. Everybody's feeling like it's a steal. I think he's a steal as well. But ain't nothing wrong with competition at the position. You can never have enough defensive backs, enough solid, capable defensive backs are playing in the NFL, because with the way the league is going with these wide receivers, man, guys line up in the slot. You got guys that are really good at WR2s, WR1s. It's always good to have a good pair of defensive backs out there that can cover these guys. So he's gonna be competing with Paulson Debo, man. He's gonna be competing with that guy for that spot, that second spot. I'm assuming. Um, we're gonna see. They're gonna be some kind of way he gets on the field, man. Second round pick at corner, he's gonna get on that field some kind of way. Now, according to his strengths, he's a good sized athlete with plus length and sprint speed. Collects himself to transition, stays balanced, and elevate to make plays on the ball. Shades himself to restrict catch windows along the sideline. Weakness still developing his decision making and awareness in coverage. His cover angles, especially to the inside, must improve. Lacks a natural feel for press, losing his balance and failing to connect. Hey man, look, I see it like this. With Dennis Allen's track record of developing defensive backs, CD Deuce, Lattimore, Paulson Debo, I have Marcus Williams. I have no issue with this signing, man. I have full confidence that the Saints, Dennis Allen, the coaching staff, will get this guy up to speed, and there will be a role for him on this football team, plain and simple. And another thing, man, I know people. I think it's best to understand before you get upset about these picks the Saints make. I think it's best to try to understand why they make the pick and see the benefits of it instead of just bashing the team, the front office, and the coaching staff because they didn't take a guy that you felt like they should have taken. They should have taken. But we'll see. I felt like they could have went with N'Kobe Dean. He was a guy that was right there, but they decided to go in a different route. So I have no issues with that pick, man. I think it's going to work out fine. I think the Saints secondary is going to be pretty stacked, pretty deep once it's all said and done. So the fifth round selection, they went with due to giving the third and fourth round picks to the Washington Commanders, decided to go with Demarco Jackson, a linebacker out of Appalachian State. People, as always, there's that huge portion of the Saints fan base that would like the team to take not Alabama players, but LSU players due to the proximity, the talent that the program continues to generate. But for me, I don't care where the player goes to. He can go to Southern, he can go to Grambling, he can go to Louisiana Lafayette, he can go to Delgado Community College down the street. He can go to Tulane, but I don't care where the player comes from. As long as he produces when he gets on that field, when he wears that uniform, that black and gold uniform, I'm down with the pick. I watched a little bit of DeMarco Jackson's footage coming out of college, Appalachian State. Two-time, well, not two-time, but he was the Sun Belt Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Think scored over 119 tackles, 6 sacks as a linebacker. Like I said, his footage is not that bad, man. Like a pretty good player, man. A pretty good player. A lot of people, and I'll just say this: I had Damone Clark mock to the Saints in a couple mock drafts that I did. But after that injury, and they were saying that he was going to be out for the year, I just kind of took him off my board and went a different direction. I felt like a linebacker was a need. I will say it was a serious need, but I think the depth behind man, damn tripping, Demario Davis and Pete Warner is not that good. You guys like Chase Hansen, they're good, but they're not healthy. So you gotta be available in this defense. And I felt like this is the right move right here, man. 3-year starter at Appalachian State. Um, Plays pretty good at the run, pretty good at pass coverage, passing situations, messing with tight ends. And that's what you got to have with these linebackers in the NFL right now. You got to be pretty much everybody on that team on the defense right now got to be a hybrid player, ability to cover and stop the run. And um, Demarco Jackson can do that. Reading this scouting report right here, 3-year starter at Jackson State. Jackson was the middle linebacker, defensive coordinator, Dale Jones 3-4 base scheme. He filled the stat sheet as a starter, as the only FBS player with at least 200 tackles and 25 tackles for loss over the last 2 seasons. Taking the home Sun Belt Conference Defensive Player of the Year award in 2021, Jackson's quick to read, run pass, and unleashes his explosive speed to pinch gaps or to cover ground, making tackles all over the field. Although his instant reactor is a positive trait, he could use a more disciplined play style to definitely stay detached and create plays in space. Overall, Jackson is a mediocre take-on player and shows hints of tightness in his movements, but his downhill speed and alpha attitude are proven ingredients to be a core special teamer and backup in the NFL. So he has a six round grade, but I mean, he fell to the right place. You know, that's the good thing about the Saints taking these guys in the later rounds of the draft. The guys get to go to good situations with good coaches, good head coaches across, good assistants across the board, and you got a defensive mind like Dennis Allen to work with. So I think this is a good move, man. This is another good pickup, man. I think another sleeper pick for the Saints. I don't think he'll get on the field this year. I think he'll be in a lot of special team roles, special team situations this year. But if a guy like Warner go down, it'll be interesting to see if he gets on the field over a guy like Zach Bond or Chase Hansen or God, I forgot that guy's name, man. The other linebacker they had. You got Chase Hansen and I forgot his name, bro. If you know, remember, if you know what I'm talking about, put it in the comment section below. But you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, man. I think this is a good pickup, man. He could play a good role on special teams. Possibly see some playing time if a guy like Demario or Pete Warner goes down. Hopefully they don't though. This might be the end of Quan and a Saints uniform, but we'll see how everything plays out. Last pick, Jordan Jackson out of Air Force, defensive tackle, 6'4", 294 pounds, has deferred military commitment, so he'll be able to play this year. You know, so they had this guy as a free agent, undrafted free agent, but the Saints picked him up in the the 6th round, last pick in the draft, and I think it's a good move, a good pickup, man. Good for depth, good for depth purposes. Guy that could come in, contribute if needed to, and summary on him pretty much is he grew up in Jacksonville, attended the Bowl School, 4-year Letterman, defensive line, 12-1 record as a starter, as a senior, honorable mention All-State honors, 2-star recruit, committed to Air Force. Mine was in it, almost served 2 decades in the Army. Missed the 2020 season because of a shoulder surgery. Smooth, active athlete, relentless motor, directly leads to backfield production, but doesn't play explosive as a pass rusher. As a run defender, his hand placement, base strength, and instincts are inconsistent, and he needs to show more grit at contact. Overall, Jackson leads direction once engaged, but he's a projectable frame with functional length and initial quickness to compete for a rotational 3 technique role. So that's it, man. Rotation guy. Hopefully he can contribute. Hopefully he can be reliable in those situations. But they say he doesn't play explosive as a pass rusher. Hopefully that can change. We get that up to speed. We're working with Ryan Nelson. So there you have it, man. All the picks of the Saints 2022 NFL Draft, recapping them and just sharing my thoughts on them. I like all of the picks. Felt like they could have went for Nakobe Dean or running back in this draft, but it is what it is. But the running backs that I did want the Saints to take a look at, I think they got scooped up pretty fast. Breece Hall got taken in the 2nd round by the Jets. Kenny Walker got taken off the board by the Seahawks. James Cook went to the Buffalo Bills. I think they passed on Cook, but I'm not sure. They took Cook. I think Cook was picked before the Saints picking the draft. Let me know in the comment section below if I'm correct or wrong on that, right or wrong on that assumption. But they think and they got a few undrafted free agents they're gonna take a look at. But hopefully we'll see what moves they're gonna make in free agency to pick that for a good free agent running back. Also, let's see what else we got here. Allante Taylor will remain at corner, according to Dennis Allen. So he will not be playing safety. Safety in the running back position still needs to be addressed. Last I heard about that is that Adam Schefter stated that the Saints are going to make an aggressive push at signing Tyrann Mathieu. So we're going to see everything how that plays out later on this week. And no quarterback was taken by the Saints. So according to all the rumor mill that was flying off the board, flying off about the Saints taking a guy like Malik Willis, Ritter, Corral, Pickett, it wasn't true. Saints are, I guess, apparently okay with what they have right now, and it's based on the optics. They're not in a rush to move off of Jameis Winston. So there you have it. Rookie minicamp camp is coming soon. And after that, it would be the voluntary minicamps, minicamps, and after that, the eventual Saints training camp, which starts in July. So we'll see everything plays out. And also, they drafted, not drafted, but they signed Smoke Monday, the safety out of Auburn. And yesterday, he didn't even make this. He's not even made the team yet. And the Saints say him signed to a deal that made you think he's going to make the team, but I think it was like over $220,000, if I'm not mistaken, is the contract he signed. But just want to play some audio for Monday had to say when being picked up by the Saints as an undrafted free agent. He was driving near the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which is the home of the Atlanta Falcons. So listen in real quick.
Y'all gotta see me 2 times a year, buddy. Good luck. Y'all gotta see me 2 times a year, buddy.
So there you have it from Smoke Monday, safety out of Auburn. If he makes the team and lives up to his the hype that he's created for himself, he's gonna be a fan favorite with the team, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in training camp. So there you have it. All right, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel about these picks. Are you upset about the second and the second, fifth, and sixth round selections by the Saints? How you feel about the team taking Chris Olave and Trevor Penning in the first round? Do you feel like the team gave up too much for him? If you listen to this podcast through Apple, Spotify, give me a 5-star rating, leave your comments, and just let me know how you feel about the draft as a whole. Also, check out strike7sports.com/Saints for latest content in the New Orleans Saints organization. Have a blessed day. Peace. Who that? I'm out.